Hi there, I'm back for a few minutes. I just wanted to check and see if anyone needs any additional support for our convocation presentations and to see if there's any questions I can answer or help that I can give. So I'm just going to be hanging out here for a few minutes until our next presentation begins at about 5 o'clock. Let me know if there's anything that I can do for you or provide for you. So anyway, not sure that I have any watchers right now, which is great. That means that you are all getting in and getting to watch what you want to see, which is our heartfelt goal that happens without too much of a technical challenge. And we definitely have had a few today, so I thank you for everyone's patience. We've had some that seem to have been on our side, some that seem to have been on Zoom's side, internet vagaries, and then reports of various issues that I don't think we have anything to do with, but it seems like it's one of those stormy days out there on the internet. And so I think we've got everyone pretty much settled at this moment, and hopefully that will continue into the early evening until we wrap up about 7:30 or 7:40 with the Exaltation of Tara with Yeshe Matthews. So anyway, I'm not seeing a lot of people showing up. Wait, I do have some eyes, so if there is anything that you need me to take care of, I will be more than happy to try and help. And so if I don't have any questions, that throws me back on discussing some other things that we have at hand. And one artifact that I have within easy reach is this lovely sistrum. Now this is a little bit different than what you would expect from an Egyptian sistrum, and that is because it is a clay sistrum that is based on a number of these that were found on the island of Crete. And I'm not sure how the lighting is here right now, so if you can see this, the detail on it, or I'm not sure if that makes it better or worse, but it's inscribed with spirals, which are, easily recognizable to us as an ancient Minoan motif. And the ancient Minoans definitely had close relations with Egypt, and were considered kind of an exotic place to be. And the Minoans themselves were considered to be excellent artists and also excellent archers. And as a matter of fact, the bows that the ancient Cretans made, they used the local native ibex, and these created incredibly strong bows. So Cretan bowmen were employed as mercenaries in many places, which is a little bit different from what we like to focus on, which is the predominantly goddess-worshipping society that we believe was led primarily by women on the Greek island of Crete. But that was very early Crete, and most of the records and artifacts and evidence that we have of contact with Egypt come from a little bit later time. But intriguingly enough, there's evidence of very early Cretan presence down at Abydos, which is quite deep into Egypt and is renowned as the site of a major Osiris temple there. And then there are other places where we believe that the Cretan artists were responsible for doing ceiling paintings, wall paintings, and many other decorative arts in Egypt. And finally, at Saqqara, at that major necropolis, there is a surviving sign announcing that there was a Cretan dream interpreter working there by the temples, probably by the temple of Serapis. And so there again, it was just as we find exotic people, you know, this great master from the east has come, or this great master from the far south has come. This was true in ancient times as well, that sometimes those that came from places far away were credited with having incredibly powerful or interesting methods of divination, or that they would have a different wisdom that they would be willing to share. So human nature is much the same. We are attracted to what is new and different, and that was true in ancient times as well as today. So this is one example of the sistrum making its way into Crete. And this is entirely made out of clay, and then this particular reproduction has wires, but the originals actually had little wood dowels. And so the sound on this will be a little bit different than the original would make. And I've already had to be kind of careful. I'm so hard on systems. But I have a little chipping on a couple of these discs. But it's a very musical sound. It doesn't sound, quote unquote, quite like clay. So you've got this. Okay, and I think someone is trying to message me. Let me just see if it is a problem that I can help with. And okay, that looks like it looks like it solved itself. So that's always nice when that happens. We can't always count on it, but sometimes it works out that way. So I'm just going to hang out here for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to go off for a few minutes break myself, and then I'll be back to watch Catherine the Great's presentation, which I've been looking forward to, and that starts at approximately 5. And so I hope you've enjoyed a brief introduction to the ancient Minoan sistrum, and they found quite a few of these in Minoan Crete, including a group of 5 of them in one spot, which is at I think it's the Ios Nikolaos Museum has the display of systems. Though it might be Satia. I think it's Ios Nikolaos. I've been to so many museums in Greece. I'm a horrible museum junkie. I'm the one that goes through and I read every card, and I can spend hours there. If you're not into museums to the same degree that I am, you don't want to go with me to one, because I guarantee that you will be bored while I am still going, oh look, it's the 15th Pithos, and it looks a little different from the other 14. Whereas you'll be going, okay, there's a group of pots over in that corner, and they're fascinating and beautiful, and okay, now I'm ready to go on to the next thing. I don't need to go on to the next thing very fast. So, alrighty. Okay. And Fanixa, thanks for sitting in with me on this. And if there's anybody else that has a question or anything that I can attempt to solve, minor problems dealing with with the convocation is my specialty today, but I will attempt to solve world problems if I can. So whatever you need assistance with, I'm happy to help. Alrighty. Okay. Well, this segment of the in-between programming that I'm offering is ending, and I will look forward to seeing you at the presentation at 5 p.m. Alrighty. Goddess bless.